From the News Channel 5 Network, this is Real Estate Real Talk with your host, Realtor Christie Wilson. Sponsored by the Wilson Group Real Estate Services.
Good morning. Welcome to live and in-person Real Estate Real Talk this morning, and happy 4th of July. Actually, happy 3rd of July, almost the 4th of July. My name is Christie Wilson. I'm your host of Real Estate Real Talk. And today we start our third season, our third year of Real Estate Real Talk, and I'm so excited to be back. We took the month of June off because real estate was just so busy. I had to go to my real job and pay attention and take care of business. And so I want to thank you for joining in this morning. Feel free to give us a call with any question that you may have regarding real estate. Our call-in number is 737-7587. So this year, we are going to do things just a little bit differently. I have a co-host who will be joining me each time, and sometimes I won't be here, sometimes he won't be here, and a lot of times we'll be here together. His name is Yogi Dougher, and you know Yogi from when he was on our last show. Yogi, welcome.
Thank you. Yay! A round of applause from everybody.
Golf clap.
So happy to be here, and thank you for inviting me to ride shotgun with you.
Absolutely. Well, you bring a wealth of knowledge to the table in banking and real estate investing, and just an all-around good old guy. So the conversation will always be fresh, fun, and interesting regarding real estate.
If we don't know the answer, by God, we'll make it up.
That's right. So, yeah. That is right. Exactly. So Real Estate Real Talk is sponsored by the Wilson Group Real Estate Services, and it is a pleasure to have you here. If you have any real estate needs, we encourage you to call the Wilson Group. Our call-in numbers are 1-800, no it's not, it's 385-1414. Sorry, I don't know where I was on an infomercial or something. You can see it on the screen, 385-1414. Check out our website at wilsongrouprealestate.com. We just launched a brand new website. It's better than ever. We have 28 full-time agents who can serve all of your real estate needs, whether you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, or if you have property management needs. We also offer a full-service property management division. So give us a call, go to our website. And we are going to just start right at the phones and go to line 1. Sandra, good morning.
Good morning. I have a question. If you don't have any credit built up, how can a person get in, talk to a real estate, and how they can get into a house?
Okay, great question, and one that comes up often. Do you want to take that, or I can take that?
Well, it's not easy, first of all.
With the exception of FHA.
Right.
An FHA loan will enable you to get in because they'll look at alternative sources of credit that aren't necessarily showing on your credit report, such as cell phone bills, utility bills. Right. So they will let you use those, but if you have anything that's bad on your credit report that might work against you, it's going to be a little bit tougher. I
believe if you have been renting and you can show where you've paid your landlord on time, that you can also use that. And it's not uncommon for a person to, if you've been renting and they would consider selling the house to you and owner finance, or someone else to owner finance for you. That would be a case where if you don't have much credit, it might come into play, versus if you have bad credit, they still might not want to do that.
Right. So, Sandra, I think the first step might be to contact a mortgage lender and sit down and talk with them, and then they can look at your entire picture and walk you through the process of what you need to do to be able to get a mortgage.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for calling this morning. Have a great 4th.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Good question.
Very good question. You know, we haven't, FHA loans became so popular again after the Great Recession, as everyone's calling it, and now it's sort of normalized a little bit more with more and more people doing conventional, but FHA is a great product.
Able to get it with a lot less money down, too.
Right. And seller can pay your closing costs and all kinds of good stuff. Another thing, Sandra, you may want to look into when you're talking to a lender, as I'm thinking about this, the Tennessee Housing Development Agency, known as THDA, Tennessee Housing Development Agency, their website's thdA.org, and you can speak with them and talk to their housing representatives who can also guide you through the process. They have a variety of first-time buyer loans, grants to help you get in with 0% down payment if you qualify. So lots of options on the THDA loan, which piggybacks with an FHA.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. So anyways, Yogi, welcome.
Christie.
Welcome. Got big plans for the 4th?
I do.
Good.
I can't tell you about them Because they're not as cool as yours, but
Well,
no.
I'm leaving.
Yes, you are, and it's a shame because the weather's going to be so wonderful, and I'm excited to be going up on to Mont Eagle and enjoy some nice peace and relaxation for a while.
Very good.
Until the fireworks go off.
Very good. Well, the Nashville Sounds, I saw this morning that the Sounds are going to be doing fireworks tonight because they're out of town tomorrow night. So I'm going to give a plug to the Sounds. I've just started sitting on the Metro Sports Authority, and which is has been an incredible experience. I'm a huge Sounds fan, huge sports fan in Nashville.
Now that'll be great, and then downtown tomorrow night. I guess that's the big one.
Yep.
What I read, this is one of the biggest fireworks show in the country.
In the country.
Wow.
Yep. One of the few that's televised nationwide too.
Is that right?
PBS televises us, not just in Nashville, but throughout the country.
It's all about Nashville anymore.
Yeah, this is true. The
It's all
It
about
City.
Nashville. The It City.
Which we will be talking about Nashville being the It City a lot today. And before we do that, we are going to talk about some news you can use. Gosh, my break has made my brain synapses not work real well on TV. But first and foremost, interest rates. If you are thinking about getting a mortgage or refinancing, interest rates once again are extremely low. On a 30-year fixed rate, you are at 4.125%. So if you lock into a mortgage today, 4.125, and that's a 30-year, your 15 years, 3.375. Just crazy. I closed on a house this week with some buyers, and they doubled their mortgage and went from a 15 to a 30, and their rate was lower with a double mortgage because the rates are so low now.
That's and stayed about the same payment. You know, when you consider the tax break that you get on your interest and the tax break that you get on your property taxes, and you consider that you are at a 3.3 or a 4 1/8 rate, take away the tax breaks, this is almost free money. It's scary close to it. And yeah, if you're thinking about making a move, this won't last forever, of course, but these are the good old days when it comes to mortgage rates.
That's right.
My first one, I believe, would have been 9 1/4. My first mortgage.
Mine was 8 3/4.
Yikes.
Yeah, I know. I remember my parents got one in the 80s, and it was 19%, and they had to pay 5 points. I was like, Dad, why did y'all do that? Oh my gosh. And he said, well, that was the market conditions.
Yes.
And we knew things would change, and we would just refinance. And my dad was a brilliant real estate man, and so he knew all that, but so many people didn't know that.
That's you know, I've talked to people a lot lately about folks getting into my age range. They might have enough cash for a house, and is it worth owning a house in cash with no mortgage when rates are this cheap and you can do other things with the cash? And I don't know that I've ever figured out the answer. I know what Dave Ramsey would say, but there is a case for that to say, you know, the stock market's been doing very well. If you were to have your money there and to have a mortgage that is so inexpensive right now, what would make sense? So interesting topic, though.
Pay off your mortgage. I'm a Dave Ramsey junkie on
that's where I go on it, but it's an interesting debate.
It's a very interesting debate. You're exactly right. One thing we can't debate right now, though, is the sales numbers in Middle Tennessee. Yeah. The June sales numbers will come out July 8th. So on our next show, we'll have those numbers for you to see how we did in June. And I can tell you right now, just from our company's experience, it was probably one of the hottest Junes we've ever seen. And I'm not talking temperature either. Just the number of closings, the number of sales were way up. The overall activity in the market is way up. And once again, interest rates are down. The month of May closed out higher than May of 2013. So the trajectory continues. And the good thing and interesting thing about this trajectory right now is that it's stable. We're not seeing spikes.
Yeah.
It's completely stable. And that's where we want to be. That's what we want to see. We want to see it growing smart and not unsustainably like we saw 2006, 2007.
And of course now we're based on jobs, and in 2006 and 7, 5, 6, and 7, a lot of that was just based on speculation. Everybody should have 2 or 3 houses, apparently. Now we're based on jobs. People are moving here, and they need a place to live. It would be, the supply is starting to catch up a little bit. You know, sometimes when we have that compression in the numbers, it's because there just aren't enough houses available. There are people wanting to buy them, but there aren't enough to go around. That's starting to catch up a little bit, and I think that's why you're seeing what you say, more stable environment right now. It would be interesting to see if there were 1,000 more houses available in that month, would there have been 1,000 more sales?
That's a great point, the old crystal ball theory.
Yeah.
Yogi, we're going to go to a break, and when we get back, we're going to talk about how you can get in touch with us during the week. I had a call this week that someone wanted me to discuss on the air. He wasn't going to be able to watch the show, so he called me at the office. So we'll be talking about that, many more things. So y'all stay tuned, and we'll be right back to Real Estate Real Talk.